Hi guys, full run through here. Today I'm going to be working on a project that's been a secret to the guys on the server. Some of them already know what it is, but a few of them don't because Jonathan and Aaron have played with me on a previous server, so they already know the concept of the shape of what I'm building. I've already done some work off camera, as you can see. I've cleared out a huge area of the desert here, and I've already dug out the circle and the branches, but and also all of these right here are half slabs, just so monsters don't spawn. There's still places that they will spawn. They'll still spawn like down here, but all of this is going to be filled in and all of it's going to be lit up eventually. So that's not too big of a problem. They'll still spawn out there, but for right now I've been sleeping through the night anyway, so nothing really spawns. What it is that I'm building is, I'm just going to tell you right now, it's going to be a King of the Ladder arena. For those of you that don't know what King of the Ladder is, it's sort of like the game King of the Hill, where one person fights to get all the way to the top, and then everyone else tries to fight to get them down. And there's going to be a big ladder, probably about 30 blocks or so tall, to where if you fall off and you hit the ground, you will die. That's the whole point. But I'm going to be building like little sleeping areas out here at the back of each branch, and then building the full structure and then building straight up. So it's going to be pretty cool. I've already built it in in creative world. So I already know how much stuff I'm going to need. So I'll come over here and show you what I've got. I've got all of these sandstone slabs, some cobble. None of this is going to be used for building. This is just for when I need to fill in the rest of the desert. That's what all the sandstone and all that is for. For actually building the thing, I'm going to be using a whole bunch of hardened clay that's going to be colored cyan, lime, red, yellow, and orange, and then lime, red, orange, yellow, stained glass. So this is going to be pretty cool. I'm calling it King of the Ladder 2.0 because, like I said, for the guys that were in my other server, I just built a basic. It was it didn't look fancy. It didn't look high tech. It looked cool, but it was just sort of. It was a circle with a ladder in the middle with 4 posts. That's all it was. So this time, I'm going to go a little bit above and beyond and make it look cool. It's going to have some redstone functions. It's going to have like a spectator's place where, just in case we've got more people watching than we do playing, because right now there's only 4 players. A place where they can just sit and watch, and it's going to be pretty awesome. And probably like a cameraman post, to where if someone wants to film outside of the game and watch it, that'd be pretty cool. So right now what I'm going to do is just get started building. And while I'm building, I haven't planned much to talk about, but I do have something that I need to say. This morning I had a bit of a kind of a scare because I was asleep. I was laying in bed, and I woke up to my phone vibrating, and I read a message that I had gotten, the email. It said that it was from MC Pro Hosting, which are the guys that run the server now. If you watched my last video, you'll have heard that I switched to an MC Pro Hosting server. It said, "We are sorry to inform you that your payment was overdue, and we have canceled your server for the time being." And I was like, what? I'm pretty sure it should have been paid for. The problem with it was, I thought that MC Pro Hosting, once you signed up for it and it had all of your like credit card information and stuff like that, that it just automatically took money out and paid for itself, just without any necessary buttons or without you actually having to do anything. It would just automatically pay for the server. Apparently I was wrong. So the payment was due a few weeks ago, and they'll give you a little bit of leeway, which they said they would when I first signed up for the service anyway. They said that they'll give you a little bit of extra time just in case you miss something, or just in case whatever. Just in case you don't happen to have the money at the time needed. But apparently I was wrong in thinking that it would just automatically pull out of my account and just pay for the server. Not a big deal, because I was just able to go right back in and just pay the fee, pay the $6 that it's taking. But it kind of scared me for a little bit, just because I was like, is my server gone forever, or will I still be able to play on it and get it back just once I pay for it? Which I was able to just immediately get it back. I figured out what the problem was. I even wrote they're called tickets, to the people saying, is there any way I can turn on automatic payments? They haven't gotten back to me yet, but it's not a big deal, because as you can see now, we're still on the server. But yeah, so just a warning to all of you. If you own an MC Pro Hosting server and don't know this already, it's not automatic payments. You actually have to go in and repay the rest of the every month. You have to go in, and basically you don't have to do the same process all over again, but you do have to type in all of your card information or your PayPal information, stuff like that. So that's just a warning to everybody. I had some lapis in a chest. This is going to take a lot of cyan stuff, because like I said, I made this in a creative world previously, and it takes a lot, because as you can see, this whole bottom here is full of clay. It's going to take, I think, 1,000, maybe more, quote-unquote future blocks, because I went and I made it, and then I opened it up in MC Pro Hosting. No, what? No, I opened it up in MC Edit. I'm sorry, and I looked it up, and it said future blocks, because MC Edit hasn't updated in a while to include the new blocks, such as stained clay and stained glass, which is pretty much what I'm using to build this thing. It's going to be all stained clay and all stained glass, but it hasn't updated to those blocks yet, so I had to just go based off of future blocks, and it's going to take about 1,300 something future blocks, being, like I said, stained glass and stained clay. So I should have enough, and there are some places in the build that I did in the creative world that I can cut out in this build. I can make the building shorter. I can not decorate it as much as I would like to until I get the clay that I need. But for the most part, Connor and I worked together. We made a deal, and I bought some clay off of him. So he had, like, all of this clay that you see here and all of this here I got from him. So there was maybe like 13 pieces that I went off and got myself. I need more stained cyan. But I should have enough, but I'm still going to try to minimize on how much I use just to save on the resources and not have to go out and get more. But for right now, all I really need is this bottom piece, the ladder going up, and the entrance tunnels. So I should be good, and then eventually I'll build the building taller. I'll build, like I said, the spectator stand, the cameraman stand, stuff like that I will build later once I actually get the stuff that I need. But the last one that I built in our other world was built just like this. It was built out in the desert, and it was just a big hole in the ground with a ladder sticking out of the top. I think it had netherrack as the... No, it had nether brick as the ladder support, which was the most high-tech block that was used in that build. Everything else was just made out of sand, sandstone, and wool. Because on that server I didn't have many resources that I have now, because we were playing in 1.6, which the stained clay and all that didn't even exist. So now I've got the stained clay, which I think just looks amazing, and it's going to look so much better when the whole thing is built. But I didn't have all of this in the last one, so this is why it's 2.0. So it looks more futuristic. It's going to have a few more futuristic qualities. And it should look pretty cool once I get done with it. I may have to go back and forth every now and then into my creative world to figure out what exactly it's supposed to look like. But for the most part, I have all of it in my head. But like, I made some really cool designs with the stained clay and all that. So wait. No, see, stuff like that is already wrong, because there's going to be redstone all along this bottom path. No, wait. No, that's right. This clay is going to go here, because once you run, you're going to start back here. There's going to be a small room with a bed, so if you die falling off the ladder, you don't spawn way back at your houses. You're going to start here, you're going to run out, and then everyone's going to meet here in the middle and just start climbing up. Eventually I'm going to have like levers and buttons and stuff that you can push and pull and do whatever that'll cause effects up at the very top of the ladder or about halfway up the ladder. So the whole concept of the game is to make it to the top of the ladder, be the only one at the top of the ladder after the set time, which usually will play about 20, no, not 20 minutes, we'll play about 5-minute games. So it's usually whoever's at the top of the ladder at the end of 5 minutes wins. If there's someone still on the ladder after the 5 minutes. Like if there's someone at the top and there's someone climbing, we'll go into a sudden. Well, we'll allow that person to climb back up to the top. And if they can knock the person off, it's a sudden death between the last two people. If they don't succeed, then the person at the top wins. So right now, I've got to go check in my creative world, but I don't want to reveal the entire project, so I'm gonna stop recording, and then I'll come back and I'll just fast forward through the rest of this because I'm already at a 15-minute video, and I've only gotten not even half of the project done. So I will be right back with a fast forward. Alright, so here's all of the things, all of the entrance tunnels built. You can see the patterns on them and all that. I thought they were really cool. Eventually they're going to have this. Here, I'll go ahead and give you an example of what it's going to look like. It's going to have these right here because there's going to be piston doors right here and on the bottom. So this right here just blocks the view of the piston. So you can see this one I kind of went for like a all of them look kind of tribal sort of. So this one I kind of went for like a small green man type thing, maybe kind of like the Hulk, you can see. And then I was thinking of these as sort of like noses. So I'll go ahead and do that on all of them because some of them look better with the outer thing on them. If I could get this, okay. So you can see it looks, this one kind of looks, what is this one, orange. This one I feel kind of looked like a, it kind of looked like an eagle to begin with, but eventually some stuff just got kind of changed around. It looks like some kind of tribal symbol. I don't know. You tell me what you think that kind of looks like. This yellow will look like this. It just looks kind of like, I don't know, maybe two crosses, something, I don't know. I didn't have an idea for what these would end up looking like, but I think they just kind of look cool with the kind of futuristic team, tribal theme kind of thing. So yeah, that's what all of them look like. Eventually I'll go in And I'll in the next episode I'll put up the redstone wiring and also work on the tunnels themselves, because the tunnels also have like cool themes with the stained glass. So for right now, this is pretty much it. I could leave it at this and just throw up beds back here in these areas and go on ahead and build up the ladder. So right now it could be done. It could be finished product, but I want it to look a lot cooler than just this. These walls will come up once I have enough clay, if I have enough at the end. The ladder will be up there. I'll go ahead and put the ladders on it before the next episode, just in case anyone wants to test it out on the server. But yeah, so that's it for now. So like I said, next episode I'll work on the tunnels, I'll work on pistons, I'll work on the redstone wiring, and I'll also have to work on lighting. Lighting is going to be a big deal because this place is just going to be pitch black at night, so I'll have to figure out some lighting schemes. And also, like, in between each place, I may decorate the walls because I've got some extra clay left over. So I'll use some of the clay on the tunnels, and I'll use some of the clay to, like, decorate the walls, maybe the floor a little bit, and maybe put a pattern or something going up the ladder. So I will see all of you guys next time. If you have any ideas for what I could do, I'm probably going to film the next episode right after this, so I won't get all of your ideas. But if you have ideas, I could easily go back and change. I'd love to hear them. So until then, I'll see you guys later. This thing looks so cool.